Checkaroni.
Mr. Scumbag.
Yes, sir.
How are you, sir?
Good, man.
Thanks for doing this.
Glad to be here.
How are you?
I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. Working on music all the time. You know what I'm saying? Trying to stay positive. Trying to stay inspired. You know what I'm saying? Life of an artist, man.
Is life good for the Big Baby Scumbag right now?
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah, man. Bro, like, I got a lizard like 3 months ago. I'm like a dad.
Lizard?
Yeah, man. It's a blue-tongue skink. So these lizards come from Australia. And they come from Australia and Indonesia. And these are lizards you can't just like get from a Petco or like a pet supermarket. So I had to wait until there was a reptile convention in Tampa back in February, and ever since then I just been on dad duty, like proud dad, man. I was watching him just like run across his cage up and down like earlier today, and I'm just like, damn, man, like I love this dude, man.
That's my boy.
Exactly.
My boy. What, did you just do an all gas no brakes video?
Oh man, yeah. So we linked up. Andrew's down here. I don't know how long he's gonna be down here for. He might be here for like a couple weeks or so. Mm-hmm. But man, Andrew is the dude, man. So what's crazy is like a fan had sent me a video. Like they had shared a video of him on Instagram when he had went to Talladega. This is back in I seen that video back in like December. And I was like, yo, what is this? This is the craziest shit I've ever seen. And the video that they had sent me, he was in the stands at Talladega, and while he was talking, some dude that came up to him and was like, "Number 3, baby, fucking Dale." And I was like, yo, I gotta put this on a new project. So I DM'd Andrew and I was like, yo, like, is it cool if I put this on my project? And he was like, yeah, man. And I was like, all right, bet. And then come to find out, we had a lot of mutual friends. Like, he's cool with a lot of people in the underground scene, like all the guys from GBC, Black Cray. We just have a bunch of mutual friends. So like when we clicked up, he was like, oh yeah, how you know so-and-so? Oh, you know him through there? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it was very authentic, man. Shouts out Andrew Callahan, man. We definitely gonna do an all gas no brakes video, like a featured. I gotta be a featured guest or something. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. What is he doing? He's just like going to like weird conventions and filming stuff?
Yeah, so what he does is like he's like a journalist, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He
just travels around, you know what I'm saying? Any type of current events that there is around America, he basically covers it. Like when y'all remember when the whole alien shit was going on and like people were camping out at Area 51, he had went to Reno, Nevada. And fucking he was interviewing people that were like camping out at the fucking Area 51. And he's been to like crazy religious like cult conventions, and like
He did the furry convention.
That
one was good.
Right? Yeah, he's been to like protests. He's been to Talladega.
That
was my favorite one.
That
was
is by far the best.
There's this big land. It's like probably like an hour and a half from here, and it's called the Sausage Castle or the Sausage House.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he had went to the Sausage Castle. He's been going back and forth from here to Tampa. Mm-hmm. I mean, from Tampa to the Sausage Castle. You know what I'm saying? So he's out there, you know, getting new content and shit like that.
Yeah, now that everything's opening back up, he's able to hit the road and
do
what he was doing.
Yeah.
Because like right before everything shut down, he was like really starting to blow up.
Yeah, dude, because, bro, like, last time I checked, he had like 1 point something million. I think he was like,
yeah, it's insane.
When I found out about him, he was like under like 500,000 maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude.
Didn't Tim and Eric's production company just reach out to him about doing some stuff?
You know what? He was telling me about that. He was telling me about a TV deal. So shouts out to Andrew.
Straight to TV.
Shouts out to the homie, bro. And like, what I like about Andrew, like, he's so down to earth, bro. Like, it's so authentic. Like,
it's very genuine.
What you see on the all gas no brakes, like, that's him, dude.
Yeah.
I love the suit.
Yeah.
The suit is what like
yeah,
really like neutralizes him in any group, so he can like just blend in anywhere, no matter how extreme it is. Somebody yelling about buttholes or somebody in a furry costume humping him, he's just still there with the microphone. Like,
Still
it's all
with the
good.
microphone, dude. Yeah, bro. I love his Air Maxes too, bro. He's so faithful to the Air Maxes, bro. Like, I looked at his footwork, I was like, oh shit, okay. I haven't seen those before.
The suit is identical to the Michael Jordan suit that he wore in the 90s.
Yeah, big ass suit,
Yeah.
fucking pants,
Huge shoulders.
huge pants. Yeah, it's part of the it's part of the look though.
It's iconic.
Yeah, no, it's like he can't ever like be in some regular clothes. Like they're gonna be like, what the fuck are you wearing, dude?
But that's how he blends in. Just take the suit off, and then he just like neutralizes himself, and he's in the group again.
Yeah, nah, he's doing big shit, man. Like I told him I wanted to get him in a music video, and I don't know doing what. I think we'll do like a little skit scene like in the middle of the video where like it's like pretend I'm like pretend on All Gas No Brakes. You know what I'm saying? Some type of cameo Easter egg for the video. You know, we'll
Yeah, that'd be
figure it out.
hilarious.
Yeah, no, that shit'll be so crazy.
How long have you been in Tampa? Are you originally from here?
Yeah, man, born and raised, man. Born and raised.
Florida OG.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Have you always been a Bucks fan?
Yeah, dude. My dad is a diehard Bucks fan, bro. My dad is like, what, win, lose, or draw, he don't care, bro. Like, I remember when I remember he was telling me when the Bucks first came out, like, you know, like the first 3 seasons, like the original Bucks,
The
back in
creamsicle.
back in the 70s, they lost every single game, like 3 seasons straight. You know what I'm saying? My dad was still going hard for him back then. So, you know what I'm saying? It's I feel like now like the tables are gonna turn a little bit, and like a lot of people are gonna hop on the bandwagon now that we got Brady.
Yeah.
For sure. Like,
I'm not sold.
Really?
No.
Why?
I'm not sold. I mean, it's like the same thing when Brett Favre went to the Vikings.
I feel like Brady still got some fuel left in him, man. Come bring that ring home.
I would love
man.
to see it happen. I'm not, denying that it could happen.
And we got
but
Gronk,
I'm
man.
skeptical.
We got Gronk too, man.
Yeah, Gronk though, he's brittle. He's old. Those old bones ain't gonna last long. They're gonna have to just bench Gronk until the playoffs when they make the playoffs, and then just set him loose during the playoffs because he's always getting hurt. Even when he was, when he was playing for the Patriots, he was always hurt.
Yeah, that's true, man. Hey, man, I gotta go to a Bucks game, man. Hopefully, like this quarantine shit, like isn't like bad. You know what I'm saying? Come like August, September, because I gotta go. Last time I went to a Bucks game was like, I was like 13, 14. You know what I'm saying? And that's back when I was actually playing football. Like my dad would take me to the Bucks games because he was working for the Tampa Tribune. So like anybody that worked for the Tampa Tribune, they would be given like free like VIP passes. So we would be like we would be where like the general managers and shit would be. We would be in the fucking the like the see-through glass shit,
The
watching
box.
the game.
Yeah.
Right.
They cater it and everything. Got the food in there.
Yeah, not bro. It was so VIP. I was like, it was every Sunday. So yeah, man. Shouts out Tampa Tribune, man. They treated their employees really good, man.
You gonna do a song about Tom Brady?
It's already recorded. It's in the
Just
vault,
waiting.
man.
Can we get the sneak peek?
Dude, honestly, I don't like it enough right now. I gotta re-record it, and that's how it is with a lot of my songs, man. It could be the slightest thing, and I'm like, I don't like it. And then my engineer will be like, "Oh, you're overthinking it," like, you know what I'm saying? But it's just the life of a perfection, man. I'm trying to get better at not overthinking shit because a lot of times it is just like nobody's worried about that. Like literally. If a fan was to listen to a song, they wouldn't catch what I'm so,
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta let go.
Yeah,
you just gotta let go of it and just move on to the next one.
And a lot of the, really good shit is the most authentic shit, and that becomes the best shit. So, yeah.
And once you ramp up that output and you just kind of let go of the process, you can really start to discover who you are as an artist.
Yeah.
And you just get out of your way and let whatever comes out come out.
Man. Yeah, like when I first started, I was so self-conscious about shit. Like I was like, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. But like, if you're not taking no risks, man, if you worried about what somebody thinking about you, man, like it's you good as dead, man. You can't can't worry about that shit, man. And Pablo would stress that a lot, man. Like, fuck it, like, just do what it do, man.
Hey, who are you doing this for? You or somebody else?
Right, you know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, that's what it is, man. Real deal.
And that's I actually had a thought too, because I grew up like playing guitar and playing in punk bands and like coming up through Tampa, and I'm like really curious about like what it's like being a rapper, like going through the DIY scene, and like what it's like to just learn how to rap and actually be good at that. Like how do you do that?
Honestly, it's a gift, bro. It's a gift, like it's a gift, but at the same time it is like practice. Like, you know, for me, I felt like I was a natural for sure, cause really like when my homies introduced me to rapping, I wasn't even rapping at the time. They was like my homie Skinny. Actually, I know him since middle school. Lil Scumbag too, and that's where the name Scumbag came from. We was all in a group, homies from back in middle school. So my homie was like, "Yo, I'm starting this rap group. I want you to be in it." I was like, "Man, I don't know how to rap, whatever." He was like, "It don't even matter, bro. Like, just be in it to be cool." You know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, cool. You know, not knowing shit. So I hopped in the studio for the first time, and I was a natural, dude. And I mean, I just stuck with it. And you know, it worked out. Like, what really worked for me is just getting the reassurance. Like, even if I say this all the time, but I'm like, yo, all of that old shit I made was so trash, but they was gassing me up, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like what fueled my shit was just the confidence that they gave me, like, yo, this shit is fire, like, this shit is crazy. I was like, for real? You like this? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that, like, being fueled, just those good compliments, and, you know, a combination of that and just me believing in myself, like, it, you know, it made me want to get better, you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
Hell yeah, bro. So it is a gift, but at the same time, anybody can just, you know, just with anything like basketball, sports, like learning an instrument, you know, whatever, you can get better at it, you know.
Did you always, when you approached it first, did you just like hop in the studio they just like played a couple beats for you and you just started freestyling, or did you actually try to write something first? The first time you ever tried it?
I had already had some shit written out. I wrote this probably like 2 days after Skinny had told me he was gonna book me a studio. So I was like, well, shit, I gotta be prepared. I don't want to just go in there and say some bullshit. Yeah. So yeah, man, literally got me in the studio. I'm fucking spitting like, bitch, I'm fucking, oh my God, what I said? Bitch, I'm fucking flexing on these hoes like I'm pushing weight. Bitch, and then, yeah, like I could hear them in the background because we were like in a closet. Like, well, I was in a closet and then they was like in the bedroom right next to the closet. So
it was at somebody's house. It wasn't like a studio. Yeah, it was just like a microphone in a closet.
Yeah, man, fucking mattresses on the wall and shit, padded wall.
Like so, a towel under the
right,
door.
Dude, all of that, dude. So, dude, I'm hearing everybody in the room. I'm hearing them through my headphones. They're so loud. They're like, yo, this shit is crazy. I was like, for real? So yeah, man, I came in there prepared. A lot of my shit is written. I can freestyle really good too, but I like to relax and just write shit down, like physically on paper. Like, I can do the notes. I got hella raps in my notes, but there's no better feeling than just the way your fucking fingers glides across the paper when you write some fire shit. It's like, oh shit.
It makes you think about it differently because you're like, there's something different between just like tapping a screen and then actually writing the words in the way that it registers with your brain. And it kind of like makes it sink in a little bit more and helps you think about it a little bit deeper.
Yeah. What's dope is I have this book I got from Barnes & Nobles a few months ago. It's called, it's a book on like writer's block and like creative block and shit like that. And they was talking about, you know, what type of exercises you can do to stimulate your brain and shit. And basically there's this one exercise where they say just get a piece of paper and just literally whatever you're thinking of, just write it. Just write it out. Just continuous thoughts. Don't stop thinking and don't stop writing. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And that's what makes you a better rapper or a freestyler at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So.
And usually it starts out like the first 15, 20 minutes of writing is just bullshit, nothing, meaningless shit. Then eventually it just gets into something that's good and has some meat to it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
My favorite thing about you is that you don't take you don't take yourself too seriously. You just rap about whatever the fuck you want. NASCAR, Joe Dirt, Carroll Baskin, coronavirus,
Waffle House.
all the shit that we love.
Salem's chicken and fries. Oh my god, dude! I'm so influenced by so much stuff, man. I feel like that's what makes me so relatable. Cause I rap about Yu-Gi-Oh. I rap about, you know what I'm saying. I tweet all day long about bullshit, but it's so relatable. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my god, I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but like I'll tweet like, oh my god, I'll tweet like. I don't know, but I want to be as transparent with my fans as possible to where they feel like, you know what I'm saying, like I'm normal. You know what I'm saying? Like there's nothing worse than like an artist, you know, feeling, you know, you like artists feeling like they're untouchable or like they're like just, you know what I'm saying? Fuck that, man. Like
Yeah.
I want my fans to feel like, you know what I'm saying, they can like have a beer with me. You know
like you're one of them.
Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Like you're building a community. You know, you're not like building a kingdom where it's just like, this is all about me and you're here for me. It's like, this is for us.
Right, dude. Because like when I win, my fans win, man. And I thank them all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's just reassurance, like, you guys are the best. Because shit, I could be working a 9 to 5 right now, man. Like, grateful every day. Every day I wake up, I'm like, oof. Think I don't gotta work 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? Like when shit get rough, I'm like, damn, man. Like that's because really when I was younger doing this shit, I was like, yo, like, can I make this a career? You know what I'm saying? Because when I first started, I was juggling the job and the rap shit. You know what I'm saying? So this is a thing that a lot of people go through when they first start. Is like, damn, like, when do I like quit my job and fully pursue this? And there's a lot of anxiety and fear, you know what I'm saying, behind that. Like, oh, like, but I'm not making enough money doing the music shit to quit the job. You know what I'm saying?
Trading dreams for securities.
Yeah, man. But it's tough, man. But once you set on that, bro, you good, man. My advice to any upcoming artist, man, follow that shit.
There's never a good time to quit your job.
Yeah, it's
you just got to do it.
Yeah, no, you just got to fucking do it, man. Because really, like, when I knew exactly when I wanted to quit, dude, it was my first label meeting. So I had a meeting with a label in New York, and I had took like a week off of work, and me and Pablo had went out to New York, and
where were you working?
Nordstrom Rack.
Okay.
Nordstrom Rack, man. But we went to New York. We was out there for like a week, came back, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, damn, yo, like, I can't do this, bro. Like, I was just in New York, like, at a label meeting. Like, I can't fuck you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just like, it kind of did something to my ego in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like, damn, like, I'm here getting bossed around, you know, like, they don't know that I was just up there, like, doing this, and it, like, I don't know, it fed into the, you know, the hunger, and I was like, nah, I can't do this no more.
So you came back?
I
turned in the keys.
I came back with just a whole new confidence, man. Like, fuck this job, man. I'm doing this music shit, like, for real.
Yeah.
And you know, all the A&Rs at the office, you know what I'm saying, and just seeing, like, just everybody else that was signed to this label and just shaking all these hands, and it was so, like, because that was my first time seeing any of that shit, and it was like, yo, like, this is what's happening right now. All right, like, I can do this. You know what I'm saying? So, hell yeah, man.
What is Silly Rabbit? What is this? What is this stuff you got here?
All right, so Silly Rabbit, the name came from a lyric to one of my songs. jelly, and jelly, I had said, silly rabbit, you can't have it. I got carrot to my tooth. So we just took that lyric and was like, yo, this would be a pretty good idea to turn this into a beer and put Trick cereal in the beer. You know what I'm saying? Like, at first, it just sounded so crazy, but I was like, you know what? This is going to be a really good idea because, you know, one thing with alcohol is, like, you know, not everybody likes to drink beer. Like, you know, there's a lot of people that just don't like the taste of beer.
You could definitely make some weed called Silly Rabbit, too.
Right. Smoke one joint, turn you silly. For real. But, yeah, like, with this, it was kind of like, you know, like, wanted to make some shit that, you know, anybody could drink. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily just a beer, like a Pilsner. Like, people don't like that gritty, bitter, you know, piss type of taste, you know what I'm saying? So with a Silly Rabbit, it was like, all right, like, this tastes like juice. Like, it literally tastes like juice, you know. So
It looks delicious.
Like, like the milk after you eat some Fruity Pebbles.
It's really good, bro. It's really, like, honestly, it creeps up on you. Like, the because it's how much percent is it? Because I forgot.
Those are tall boys, too.
Who do you brew this with?
It's a 5.5%. So this is, so like a Bud Light is like 4.3, 4.1 or something. But it's brewed with Hidden Springs Brewery.
They're out in Tampa, right?
Yeah. They're right before you get to downtown. They're right next to a YMCA in a like an Oriental market.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's sick.
So this is just like one of the many things that you have for merch, right?
Yeah.
You got like a whole merch empire online.
Yeah, man. I got the condoms. I got the hand sanitizer.
And those are the Big Baby Scumbags, right?
Yeah, the Scumbags, bro. That was always like an inside joke.
Yeah.
It was always like an inside joke.
How did that joke come to live?
Dude, like, okay, so I would see fans be like, how is his name pronounced? Like, because, you know, on Twitter, on my Twitter handle, it's all caps, all Big Baby Scumbags. So it's like, you know what I'm saying, that S right there could get kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Take it or leave it. You know, it's up to you.
You don't know where that S really goes in
does
the
it
name.
Go to the baby? Or does it go
Right.
Babies?
So it was always like an inside joke on Twitter and Instagram. Like, damn, like, is it Baby's Comeback? You know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, that was kind of just like that was like a troll for like my fans, because at first I wasn't gonna put those out. You know, I just threw the idea out there one day, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna actually make some condoms.
Yeah.
And they did really good.
Do you take a lot of suggestions from people on Twitter to make stuff? Or on social media in general? Do you interact with them and they like give you ideas that you kind of run with?
Yeah. I try to be a little more authentic though. Yeah. Cause like fans are quick to be like, oh yeah, I gave you that idea, give me credit, like, you know what I'm saying? So I try not to feed into like fans' ideas like that. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's like a really good one, like cause like there's been a bunch of shit that I've came out with, or like, dude, like certain lines, like certain lyrics, bro, that I've had in my songs, and like fans would be like, oh, you stole that from my song that I made a week ago, even though your song is like months old. You stole the song from me.
That's hilarious.
You know? So yeah, dude, I try not to, like, as far as ideas, like I don't really you know, take them from people suggesting them. Like I try to come up, me and my team, me, Pablo, my DJ Chuck, Lil Scum, Sonny Fritz, you know, I'll talk amongst them and be like, yo, like, what you think about this, or what you think about this, you know what I'm saying? And if the homies fuck with it, I know everybody else gonna fuck with it, you know what I'm saying? So that's all that matters, man.
Hell yeah.
Yes, sir.
Who did you take most of your inspiration from when you decided to create this Big Baby Scumbag brand that you've created? Where did you take most of your inspiration from?
Man, honestly, this goes back to me just being a kid and like just like pretending I had my own brand of shit, and like, you know what I'm saying, just kind of going back to like being in like the 3rd grade, 4th grade, and like playing Yu-Gi-Oh cards and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I had to put the dragon on it, you know what I'm saying? And like that the logo is a play off of like those trucker logos, like a Mac logo. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like the bulldog, the circle around it with Mac. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the shit I put out is just the influence of shit that I fucked with when I was younger, like the skateboards, for instance. Like a lot of the skateboards and shit. Just trucker hats. The trucker hats, I was influenced by NERD. Like Pharrell was wearing the trucker hats with the brain, the NERD brain logo on it. You know what I'm saying? I wanna make hockey jerseys, dude. I was wearing so many hockey jerseys back in high school, man. Like I had a fucking collection of them.
And you got all like the NASCAR stuff too.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's really big on you.
Like dude, with NASCAR, it was kind of a thing. Like I was always going to the thrift store and shit, and like us, like being out here in Florida, like it's like NASCAR capital. Yeah. So
they sell it at the gas stations.
Yeah, like it's everywhere. So it's
right next to the butterfly knives.
It's inevitable, bro. So like I became a NASCAR fan without even realizing it, because I was buying these shirts just because they look cool. I was like, damn, like these shirts are fire and shit. And then like I'm gonna say around like 2014, one of my homies, Black Cray, at that time I wasn't even rapping yet, but Black Cray had put out a song called Daytona 500. He had put out a handful of songs that was like NASCAR reference, you know what I'm saying? And like I was like, damn, this shit is tight. Like, you know what I'm saying? Somebody else is into this NASCAR shit too, like I am, you know what I'm saying? Let alone like somebody that I really fucked with musically. Yeah. So it just fueled the flame of, all right, like I'm gonna take the NASCAR shit somewhere, for real.
Yeah, it's kind of like your music is like a crossover of meme culture. You know what I mean?
For sure. Like my music is a product of my everyday thoughts, what I watch on TV, movies, video games, pop culture, cartoons, lifestyle, all that shit, man.
Yeah.
All that shit in one fucking boiling pot, and I stir it up, and you know what I'm saying? Like all of my songs is just like this is you know what I'm saying, a view into my world. You feel me? So yeah, man. My girl will tell you, like Tiger King, like when that came out, like I was strictly Tiger. I didn't want to watch nothing else but Tiger King.
Yeah.
Like, Tiger King.
Yeah, well you gotta finish it before you start something else.
Yeah, no, for sure. So right after right after I finished the Tiger King, I was like, yo, because what's so crazy about that shit, dude, is like I didn't know, like, so I knew about Big Cat Rescue. I used to live like 10 minutes from Big Cat. But like I never knew like all that shit was happening.
Isn't that crazy?
There, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, dude, like I gotta make a song about Joe Exotic. Like I feel like it's a right of like what? Like I'm from Tampa, dude. Like, I gotta do this shit.
That's the craziest thing about like around here, this area. I mean Florida in general, but this area for sure. There's like so many things like that. Like Big Cat Rescue, you lived there forever. You always drove past it, but you never knew that crazy story behind it.
Never knew about Carroll Baskin and just that whole shit. And what's crazy, dude, is that there's kind of like a theory, and there's this one scene on Tiger King, and Carroll Baskin is talking about walking down Nebraska Avenue.
Yeah.
Now, anybody familiar with Tampa knows what Nebraska Avenue is. You know what I'm saying?
Could you describe Nebraska Avenue?
Yeah, what is Nebraska?
Nebraska Avenue is just very sketchy. It's a very sketchy street. It's where a lot of, prostitution goes down. You know what I'm saying? So in Tiger King, Carroll Baskin, she had said, yeah, like I'm walking down Nebraska to clear my head, this and that. And her husband, he wasn't her husband at that time, but Dan, he was driving down that street and just picked her up. Told her to hop in. You know what I'm saying? Dan's a millionaire.
And he gave her a gun.
Yeah, point this at me.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, I don't know, man, but
that
Carroll
relationship
Baskin
was doomed from the start.
Carroll Baskin might have been a prostitute, dude. You never know, man.
She very well could have been.
What are your feelings on Carroll Baskin now that some time has passed? You've maybe had some time to reflect. Do you still feel the way that you did in your song?
Yeah, no, she did it. She did.
She
that
did
shit.
it?
She did that shit, man.
Really?
What? She did. Cause what's so crazy is like, dude, like a lot of that shit just doesn't add up. But then one thing that is kind of weird though is like one of Dan's friends was on the show, and his friend was saying that like the day before he disappeared, Dan was like, yo, like if I can pull this off, this will be the slickest thing I've ever done in my life. It was like, what?
I think
Here's how I look at it. If he was the kind of dude who's gonna drive down Nebraska, pick up some bitch and give her a gun and say, point this at me, I need someone to talk to.
Yeah.
You're the same kind of dude who's gonna take off to Costa Rica.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be, living with a new hooker every
He
day.
got a whole new name.
That was a time in America when you could still just disappear yourself. There's no phones. You could still pay with cash for everything. You didn't need credit cards. He just probably paid people off along the way.
He's living large. He's living in a house with like 14 underage girls in Costa Rica.
Bunch of tigers.
For real. But see, that's the crazy part, man, because Carroll Baskin was doing a lot of sketchy shit, man. So it's like, I don't know, man. And then even Dan's family was saying how like Carroll basically like threatened to cut them off. You know what I'm saying? Like if they if they talk to the media and you know what I'm saying, did all this. So it's like, oh no, dude. But yeah, man.
That's a weird conspiracy. Well, they opened up the case again, didn't they? They opened up the investigation.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the latest is on
What's
that.
the latest development?
It just seems too obvious. It just seems way too obvious.
Yeah, man.
For the Lions, like, come on. Or tigers. What the fuck?
Yo, like, what's crazy about Big Cat Rescue too is like, dude, like, it's, being from Tampa, like, shit is like literally right in front of your face. Like, dude, I was at Publix the other day, and there was 2 people there that had Big Cat Rescue volunteer shirts on.
What?
You know what I'm saying?
What color?
They were red.
Oh, okay.
What is that level?
I think that's newbie level.
Noobs?
Yeah, those are noobs.
They're making
I'm
sub
not
runs
even
for
sure.
everybody.
But I was like,
Rookies.
I looked, I took a double take. I was like, oh. But yeah, man. Free Joe Exotic, man.
Yeah, free joke.
What's up with him? Didn't he get coronavirus?
I don't know.
Or something?
You know,
Like,
what
what's
happened
up
to
with
that?
him?
You're
I have no
right.
idea.
What
He
happened
just
to
kind of
that?
disappeared.
He did. Yo, they was saying he caught that shit. I mean, shit. I think he's healthy now.
I would hope so.
You know what?
Healthy
On
as he
his
can be.
if y'all go to his Instagram,
He's got his husband running it.
yeah. They're posting like memes of like the what's the dude's name that took over the park?
Oh yeah, I forgot his name.
I forgot, but they're posting memes of him. They're trying to like blackmail him now. You know what I'm saying? They trying to take him.
They're doing
down.
like the same smear campaign they were doing for Carroll.
Yeah. Now they're trying to take him down. So Joe Exotic's whole Instagram is just like, yeah, like he's doing shady shit. Like he needs to be in jail too. It's crazy, dude.
I thought he was gonna get pardoned for a second.
By Trump?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, man. I thought what's crazy is like he doesn't have bail. I don't think he has bail because I looked up his net worth, dude. Joe Exotic is stacked.
Is he
bro.
really?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you gotta have money to be flipping those kind of tigers.
Flipping tigers.
I don't think he got bail. I think he got to do that time or something, bro. Cause he's stacked, dude.
Something's fucked up with that whole situation.
Doesn't add up.
No, it definitely doesn't add up.
Hey, man, free Joe Exotic. He ain't do nothing, man. For real.
Oh fuck. So, do you make your own memes that you put? Like,
Yeah.
you're really active on Twitter.
Yeah.
So how do you come up with memes and how do you where do you find them and how do you curate them? You were talking about
I'm curious, like, how do you find memes now? Like, what, you're in your 20s, right?
Yeah.
I'm 32. I'm a little old for the internet, so like my meme resource is like middle class fancy and shithead Steve. And anytime I try to go on like 4chan, all I end up with is like gaping buttholes, and it's just like I can't find anything on there that doesn't disgust me.
I don't do 4chan.
Like,
bro.
so where do you
Yeah, I
find
didn't think.
memes and like that aren't just that?
Honestly, I make them myself or like I got a bunch of homies that like I just text back and forth, just dumbass shit, and like
Do you know Savage Realm?
Savage Realm? Nah.
Okay. He's funny as his memes are fucking hilarious. I thought because you guys are kind of like on the same meme level. You guys are like
I might recognize.
You guys are on
if I
that
see
tier.
it. Yeah. I might recognize his shit if I see it. But yeah, nah, dude. Like I usually get my memes from the homies, or like I make my own shit.
This is like in-house stuff.
Yeah, nah. Like I have one like album in my phone, like one camera roll just full of like just the dumbest shit ever, dude. Like like dude, like that not to go back to Joe Exotic, but that slideshow video where like it has the lyrics on the top and the bottom.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I had a homie of mine that works at a zoo in Florida. Me and him were just sending pictures back and forth. So like of like Joe Exotic memes and shit. So like really it didn't take no effort to make that to make that slideshow thing. I just threw it because I already had all the pictures I did. I just threw the lyrics on it like boom. But yeah, nah, I make all of my memes myself, dude. Like I use like a bunch of like video editing apps and you know what I'm saying, little photo editing apps, whatever. I mean, it's honestly it's trial and error though, cause like it's just like being a comedian. Like if you're doing stand up, I watch a lot of stand up too. You know, comedians bomb all the time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'll post some shit. It's no love at all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so,
that's a part of making
you know
content.
Yeah.
You know what works and you know what doesn't work, you know.
And you know
just,
pretty quick.
Right. So it's just finding that balance, dude. So, yeah, man. I'm still working at it because I'm not the best.
Do you do all the editing on your phone?
Yeah. Everything from my phone.
Really?
I just downloaded this program on my laptop a couple days ago. So I'm still toying around with it, trying to see what works and what doesn't work. But yeah, for the most part, everything's off the phone.
Yeah, they make it easy to design off your phone now. You don't even need a computer for Photoshop anymore. There's so many second-party apps that you can use to just do shit on.
Dude, I got a Chromebook, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything is off my phone.
Those things are pretty legit.
Yeah, like, bro, like, people think you need, like, this fancy, like, Mac laptop with, you know what I'm saying? Nah, dude, like, that goes with recording, bro. With recording, dude, like, a lot of my first songs were, like, recorded with fucking iPhone earphones, bro. And, like, the microphone shit, I was like...
Yeah, on the headphones.
Yeah, no, I was fucking talking to the mic, dude. Like,
yeah, when people start out, a lot of people just get super attached to the equipment and they think they need, like, before they can do anything, they just need to have the best stuff. Or it's just like an excuse to, like, wait longer. You know what I mean? I got to get that microphone. I need to get that.
What cameras do you use?
I need that video camera.
I don't have the latest Photoshop.
Yeah.
Bro, you think like that, you're not going to get shit done ever, bro. That's so toxic, man. It's just procrastination, dude. Like, yeah, like, I got to get this in order to do that and blah, blah, blah. Like, it just hinds the creative process.
Yeah.
When it hinds the creative process. And two, like, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to ideas and shit, you know, there's a lot of times, there's been a lot of times when, like, me and Paulo would be shooting and, like, I would be like, yo, we got to shoot this, like, right now, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if we wait on this shit, the idea is going to get stale.
Yeah.
Like, not going to feel like, you know what I'm saying, not feel as excited shooting this shit. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, because you can plan and you can plan and you can plan and, like, yeah, you go shoot that plan. But when you're in the moment, you have to recognize those opportunities for creativity that you can't see unless you're, like, in the middle of it.
Yeah.
And if you're waiting for, you know, all the equipment and everything to be perfect, then you're never going to get started and you're never going to do anything worthwhile.
You got to start somewhere, man. Everybody got to start somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit. A lot of people that you know that got their sound, their signature sound, it was from using bad studio equipment, and it just became their sound. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of this references back to, like, skateboarding videos. Like, there's a lot of people, there's a lot of skate photographers now and filmers that still use the same equipment that they was using in the early 2000s. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't broke, don't fix it, because that's just their style of shit. Like, a lot of filmers are using
VX100.
Yeah, like William Strobeck or Spike Jones. There's, like, running shit now, but they started out with, like, the worst equipment ever. Yeah, but that's the style now.
Yeah, that's the style, man. Like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, dude. Like, it's just that nostalgic, you know what I'm saying? Shitty basement, you know, 3 6 Mafia, a lot of my shit that I do now.
I'll be right back.
Crab's here.
Keep it going.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, we got some crab boy. It's gonna be good.
A lot of my shit that I do now, I'll tell my engineer, I'm like, yo, this shit sounds too good. Like it sounds too like
Too
clear,
polished.
too clear. And he's like, what the fuck does that mean?
It doesn't sound shitty enough.
I'll be like, yo, like it sounds too crispy, man. Like distort it just a little bit.
Yeah,
like,
whereas gotta like get the speakers rattling a little bit.
Yeah, like throw something on it, dude. But yeah, man, I feel like it has characteristic too, you know. So yeah, dude, I feel like at the same time though, it's whatever works for you personally, because you know what I'm saying, there's a lot of people that have, you know, crispy clear vocals, you know what I'm saying, crispy clear music videos, and everything is just perfect, you know what I'm saying. But there's some artists where you love like the nitty gritty, like you know what I'm saying, you know, type shit. So to each his own.
I think the nitty gritty stuff is what you were saying earlier about like being accessible to your fans, and when you keep it at that level, you make it more approachable, and it feels more human.
Yeah.
Whereas like stuff like anything that like Drake is doing, where it's like that's so unobtainable, and if you're waiting to look and sound like that, then you're never gonna do anything.
Nah, dude, because like those guys like Drake, they look at the underground, you know what I'm saying? They're like, oh,
What can I steal?
You right. They take shit from the underground, so it's like, don't try and be like these big dudes, because they're trying to be like us.
Yeah, they're trying to
You know?
steal what you're
They're
doing,
trying
so
to-
be yourself, and then
Yeah,
maybe one
yeah.
day Drake can rip you off.
Yeah, right? Yeah, nah. Hey, kids.
Isn't he like making songs for like TikTok dances now?
Yeah, nah. Actually, I want to make a TikTok dance too. My girl been putting me onto TikTok lately because I'm not on TikTok at all. So I was like, damn, like I need to make it like a little TikTok.
What would a Big Baby Scumbag
TikTok
dance be? It'd just be like, you just go left.
I don't know.
Go
I feel
fast
like
and go left.
It would have something to do with beer, like the shotgun. Like that's the dance. I don't know. I'm not that coordinated. I can't really dance like that.
Yeah.
Like with TikTok, there's so many like choreography steps, and like there's so much shit to do.
There's a new one every week.
Yeah, or like honestly though, it's like the same 5 dances, but it's just like they're in different orders.
I love the way that they dance. So there's so much emphasis on like every hand movement.
Hey man, but yeah, nah, like TikTok is lit. TikTok is for sure.
Is where it's at. I mean,
Yeah,
you gotta if you're like doing memes and promoting yourself through social media, you kind of have to be reacting to everything that's coming out. Whether it was like Vine, which is dead now, but like luckily like Instagram, Twitter, everything's stuck around like that for you. And now it's like, you know, you take a risk every time you go on a new platform, because like, will it tank in a couple of years? But is that risk worth it for you to invest the time?
You know, back in the day, bro, MySpace, like I would have never thought we'd live in a world where MySpace don't exist now.
Right?
What? MySpace was the shit. Thank you, bro. This looks beautiful, dude.
They lost it though once they had a top 16.
Really?
Top 8
yeah,
was like
you
that was legitimate, but like once you get like top 32,
you know,
it's too much. You're trying to make it for everybody at that point. That's when you start to lose it.
Bro, you know what's funny? So on my top 8, right? So there was these accounts, right? So I would set my top 8 to say D's nuts. So like there was one account that was like D. You add D as a friend. You add E as a friend. Add E as a friend. Z.
So you just make fake accounts?
NUT. No, like this was like real. Like I got this from a homie of mine that had D's nuts as a top 8. I was like, all right, I'm gonna add D's nuts too, and like I put the shit in the order. But, oh my, bro!
Look at this,
dude. This is from Krispy Krab.
Krispy Krab.
Yo, this is crazy. We're gonna turn this to a seafood eating contest.
Hell yeah.
Okay,
After
so
there's a shitload of paper towels down here, so
I got one of the legs open. I'm not as bad as I thought. You want an egg?
how's the crab? Decent.
Yeah.
Is that what is that? An egg?
Yeah, it's an egg.
Woo!
Nah, that's pretty. See, I can't open like towards the claw. That's the easy part.
Yeah, it gets like kind of difficult with these because the shell's so soft.
Yeah. Dude, I was watching Castaway the other day, and like the scene where he had finally got like a spear, right? And he fucking stabs the crab and he picks it up and it just like oozes out like the fucking guts.
Yeah. It's just like liquid crab meat.
And then
Survivor?
No, Castaway.
Oh,
Castaway, man.
Let's call it Survivor.
My boy was out there for 4 years eating crab legs, man. What was funny was when he actually came back after those 4 years and he was at like that welcome home party or whatever. There was a big ass thing of crab legs and he looked at it. He was like, fuck this shit.
Fuck this, dude. I want a pub sub.
Right?
Yo, so where'd you get that crab in the Jameis Winston video?
Yeah, that seasoning looked weak on that crab.
Publix crab?
Publix.
That's where he got his
weak.
It looked weak.
Really? Damn, I forgot what it looked like, honestly.
It was just like you got it straight out of the cabinet.
Yeah, nah. Huh?
Yeah, that's where Jameis stole it from, Publix. Yeah,
It was the Publix downtown. Like, I think you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, no. I was barely, it's funny. I was barely eating those crab legs, low key.
Yeah,
I got a Publix dinner, and I was eating the Publix.
hot dinner.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'd got like chicken tenders and like mac and cheese and shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
So I was eating the dinner, and then Pablo and my DJ Chuck, they was eating the crab legs, but I had only took one bite for the
Just for the video.
Yeah. Just for the look.
Man, this shit is messy, son.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, this is.
I got one napkin over here that's gonna serve as my plate.
Luke, for your laptop, just use your nose for the mouse pad.
No, it's cool. I'll just crab it. The crab works. It's touch sensitive.
The boiled peanuts are pretty fire too.
The boiled peanuts.
Yeah,
are great.
man, I love boiled peanuts, dude. I love you can't find boiled peanuts nowhere else. Like they got them in like Texas, Alabama,
Yep.
Georgia, like Louisiana. Anywhere else, nah, you're not gonna find boiled peanuts in fucking California,
No.
New York.
No.
Nah, not at all. They're gonna look at
Definitely
you.
a southern thing.
They're gonna look at you like you're fucking crazy, man.
They've got rid of all the crock pots though at the gas stations. You can't get them anymore.
You know what? Not you know.
Because of the virus?
Yeah, but you can't just have like a crock pot sitting out unattended at all hours of the day with a dirty ass spoon next to it for you to get peanuts out of it.
You know what? I just now realized that you're right. Yeah. Damn, that's crazy.
I tried to get some the other day, but the guy looked at me like I was an idiot.
They'll have that same crock pot. I won't be surprised if like
Never cleaned.
never
Seasoned
cleaned.
to perfection. That's what makes it so good. It's been sitting there for like 10 years.
It's probably that the same set of boiled peanuns are in there all
Yeah.
fucking week. If it's not emptied out.
Guaranteed.
Yeah, nah.
They've
But,
never changed
hey,
the water, and that's what makes it so good.
Right.
When you get like
They
a
hit
real
different.
dark one,
Yeah.
and it's like real
Yeah.
crusty on the outside.
They've been marinating and shit.
That's when you know it's going to be a good batch.
Yeah, nah. So in my old neighborhood, there was the ice cream man, but like he didn't only have like ice cream. He had like fucking empanadas and like pickled sausage, and, like pickled eggs,
Ooh.
and like boiled peanuts and shit. So like, yo, if you had like $5, you was like a millionaire, bro. Like, you could get an empanada, some boiled peanuts, fucking ice cream, some chips, and a soda, like all with $5, man. And for Toy Story, me and Pablo had shot a video, some scenes out there, and we were in this sunflower field. It was like this big ass. Yo, the name of that sunflower field was like Here, thank you, dude. Yeah, man, that shit was beautiful. Like usually they have like the Tampa Bay Lightning's logo. Like if you was like in a helicopter or some shit, and you look down at it, it would be like Go Bolts. It would be a
sick.
logo that says Go Bolt. Yeah, nah, man, I love Brooksville, dude.
You ever think about doing a country album? I feel like it's in you.
It's in the works, man.
Because
Really?
on the Dale Earnhardt album
in
you
the
put out,
works.
you had that one country song
Toy
on there.
Story. Toy
Yeah.
Story.
Oh, that's the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in the works, man. Like, at first, I was on some shit where, I was making.
Did you get a plate?
I got a single paper towel.
Dude,
I didn't know you had plates. Thank you.
Yo, this sausage is hella good.
The sausage is where it's at.
Yeah, shit's fire. But so like at first with the country shit, with Toy Story, it was more so like me making fun of country music.
Yeah.
Like me mocking what a country song would sound like. You know what I'm saying? That was Toy Story, but the new shit that I've been working on as of lately, it's actual like, okay, this is me taking it serious. Not like on some like super country, but
Right.
it's Big Baby Scumbag's take.
Yeah,
of,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like you're not gonna be doing like Old Town Road
right,
kind of stuff,
right? Yeah,
There's like
no,
a rumor that just came out with like a new song. He's like, it's like trap country or whatever.
Really?
The guy with the ski mask,
Uh,
RMR. I don't know how to say his name.
yeah, I have no idea.
But anyway, yeah, it just seems like it's like starting to work its way more into hip hop,
Yeah, bro. Like
and not just like that corny like honky tonk badonkadonk kind of stuff.
hip hop is becoming a lot more accepting, you know, cross collaborating with cross collaborating with other genres, man, cuz dude, like in the 90s that shit wasn't flying at all.
No,
bro.
it was like Mobb Deep or nothing.
In the 90s you had to be this super lyrical hip hop bars, Biggie, Tupac, Wu-Tang type rapper, bro. If you didn't have bars like that, like, you know what I'm saying, you ain't shit, bro. But now it's very accepting. It's very like, you know, you can be a rapper and like talk about, you know, being influenced by Marilyn Manson,
Right.
like the, you know, shit like that, like, you know.
There isn't just the uniform look and sound anymore.
It's very accepting.
One thing that's cool about like what you do too is like I see a lot of similarities to like just like the DIY punk scene.
Yeah.
With
yeah,
what you do.
Yeah. So
because you're just like out there doing it on your own, playing wherever
Yeah.
will have you.
yeah, so bro, I get a lot of that influences just from me just growing up with kids that, you know, were part of the hardcore scene, going to the skate park. Back
You went to shows at Transitions?
I wasn't going to shows, but I had homies that played in bands that would always go there. I was at the skate park, but I wasn't going to shows at Transition. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
appreciate that honesty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because he was there.
I was there.
I was not in the pit at all. I will not
You're
lie.
pit adjacent.
Yeah, no, I was not in the pit. But yeah, like growing up in middle school, you know what I'm saying, middle school, high school, had a lot of homies that, you know, was part of hardcore bands, performed at Transitions, you know what I'm saying, all that shit, and just the whole skateboarder culture, mentality, all of that, it really, you know what I'm saying, it you know, me growing up with the shit, it made me way ahead of the curve. I felt way ahead of the curve than like a lot of these rappers now that, you know, a lot of these guys is just like, yeah, I'm gonna watch like a million YouTube videos of hardcore bands and now I'm gonna fucking pretend like I've known about this shit, like,
And now I got a Metallica shirt.
right, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like
Like
you know,
all the dudes in like what's his name? Russell Westbrook.
yeah, yo, dude.
Every Metallica, every single like rock band from the 90s.
NBA players, it should be like I feel like there should be like a fine for NBA players for wearing some of these outfits, bro. Just look so crazy.
Except for LeBron and the Cavs when they won that last finals, when they were all wearing WWE shirts. They were all wearing like LeBron was wearing an Undertaker shirt.
Oh, sick.
Really? That's fire.
And Kevin Love was wearing a Stone Cold shirt.
That's,
And like the whole like the top like 4 players, they were all wearing like WWE shirts.
that's fire. LeBron be having some fits though.
Oh, no, he was
Everybody-
wearing an Ultimate Warrior shirt because they
That's-
beat the Warriors. They wore the Ultimate Warrior shirt.
LeBron be having some fits though. I ain't
What do you mean? Some fits? Oh,
yeah,
outfits.
some fits.
Oh,
some
outfits.
Fits.
Okay, yeah.
Some fits.
Got you.
We
got
don't
you.
know
Yeah.
slang.
Yeah, I don't know. We're not up to date in this.
I
Like,
can't say slang that's been born in the past 5 years without just sounding corny as fuck.
It kind of made me think like, damn, what do I mean?
what do I
What
mean?
do I fits?
This is deep.
Really scraping the barrel here. Let me get some sausage.
No, go ahead, help yourself, man.
Get the sausage.
Watch the juice.
Yeah, this juice is flying around. Do you like basketball or no?
I like basketball. I don't keep up with it a lot. I'm more of a football guy.
Yeah.
But like all
Football, NASCAR.
all the homies watch basketball.
Yeah.
So shit, I'm into it, like not even at my own will. Like all the homies play.
It's just there.
Just by association.
All
with
the homies
your
play.
friends.
All the homies play 2K and
Yeah.
all of that. So I'm in it by association.
I know we were talking about it briefly before, but what you were saying that you just got into playing Skate 3, you said?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
On the original Xbox?
Xbox One. So
Damn.
they came out with a version that's like backwards compatible, so you can play it either on Xbox One or the 360.
That's crazy. I wish they would start. I heard that they just came out. They just released the original Tony Hawk too.
Yeah. So there, that was Tony Hawk's birthday. He announced the remaster. So, dude, I don't think I even played the original
Really?
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. I remember playing one of them. I remember playing the one where you're in Tampa. Like you can literally skate the fucking
spot,
the fucking spaceship. Yeah, skate park at Tampa. And they had the fucking Odyssey in it.
Didn't they have Bro Bowl in there too?
Yeah, they had
Did
Bro
they?
Bowl in there. Yeah.
In the original?
No, I think it was the second one.
It was
okay.
one of. It was one of them.
Second or
Man.
third.
It was one of them. But yeah, dude, that shit's so cool because like, I feel like now like skating is coming so like full force back around, bro. Because like there was a span of time when I wasn't into skating. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like, you know what I'm saying, I felt like that wasn't part of me anymore just because I wasn't like physically skateboarding.
Right.
So like I would have felt like a poser, like, you know what I'm saying. But I mean, you can check the receipts, man. I was really skating, you know what I'm saying. So now it's just I'm getting influence from all of that shit. But that doesn't necessarily mean I gotta fucking be out here skating 24/7 because I don't got time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think just because you're not like, you know, hitting handrails or skating at the park every day doesn't mean you can't appreciate the culture and take something from it.
Yeah.
Because even if you're just like on the outside of it, like contributing, you know, you need music to skate to.
Yeah.
People need photographers for a skateboard. You need videographers. You need designers.
Right.
It isn't just about the act of skateboarding. It's more of like a mindset and a culture that you can contribute to and take something away from.
And to this day, man, like, I don't know, I made it when like a pro skateboarder uses my song for their part.
Oh yeah.
Has it happened?
It hasn't happened, bro. Like, I don't know.
I feel like it's coming. It'd be like a clip on Thrasher.
Right?
Dude, I saw the worst thing on Instagram yesterday. This dude, Italio Ferreira, like one of the like top 5 pro surfers, had like a whole surf section to a Marilyn Manson song, and it was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, no.
Definitely did not go.
If I'm thinking about a
didn't mix
surf
well.
part,
No.
I'm thinking about a surf part, I'm trying to hear some like groovy, like, I don't know. I'm not trying to like listen to some like crazy like hardcore shit.
You're not trying to hear the beautiful people.
Me and him just got back into surfing recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
we
the
just
same
had-
thing. Like you fall out for so long that, you know, it was a big part of who you were and who what inspired you to be who you are today. And you get so caught up in like the day to day of just trying to like forge your path as a creative and survive that those things kind of fall off.
Yeah.
But once you get comfortable and like through it a little bit, you can look back and like, oh yeah, I did like doing that, and that did help me get here to some point.
Man, it's part of you, man. Like I said, dude, like there was one point where I felt like, man, like this isn't like I don't skate no more, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I couldn't appreciate skateboarding as much as I wanted to at some point, but you know what I'm saying? Comes back around, dude. You realize, you know, the love that you have for it. Like, damn, like, you know, I was looking through a bunch of my old skate videos. Like, it's a bunch of like Vimeo videos from like 09, 08. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, we got so many of those too.
Yeah.
man.
And you just have to like allow your relationship to evolve with it.
Hell
and it
yeah.
can't just be fixed on
Yeah.
what it was at that certain point in your life.
Yeah, you're totally right, man. Is surfing hard?
Yeah, it's definitely hard.
Because I feel like some people do make it look really easy. I ain't gonna hold you. I be looking at it like, damn, like, I could do that.
It's like one of those things where like you can bring a different mindset to it now. Like back in the day, like I never used to even think about it. I just was obsessed with doing it. Like we were just obsessed with going to travel to find amazing waves.
It's just what you did.
And just go and just love doing it. Like I never actually tried to be good or get better, but I feel like now, like the part of my life that I'm in now, like I can actually focus on it and actually try to learn stuff and like improve techniques and like bring my evolution of my brain, apply that to surfing, like how I do everything else.
Yeah. Like, have you ever surfed like out in Cali or like?
Yeah, a few times.
Yeah, man. Like, bro, anytime I've seen like a surfing video, it's out in Cali or like Hawaii.
Yeah.
Somewhere like that, man.
All crazy remote places.
Hell yeah, bro. Just ride.
South Africa, the west coast of Africa.
Desert.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I wanna try to learn how to surf, man.
We can get you out there.
We can get you out there. This is
there.
the time of year where we get hurricane swells in Florida.
Yeah, dude. I totally forgot about hurricane season.
They're saying this is going to be like the gnarliest hurricane season in a long time.
Oh Lord, I forgot it, bro.
Just wait till phase 3 and 4 of 2020.
I just got through all my Corona liquor, so now I gotta go get some hurricane liquor.
We're going to get pummeled by hurricanes for the next 3 months, and then the UFOs are going to come around November or December.
Yeah, nah, dude. Like at the very end of 2020, bro, it's just gonna be like, what? We're gonna see a fucking UFO drop down. Yeah,
The Earth is just gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna head out.
Later.
for real, bro. We're on fucking airplane mode right now. Like the whole 2020, bro. This shit's crazy, dude.
How was 2020 starting out for you before everything kind of hit the fan?
Really? All right. So 2020 for me, I'm killing this food right now.
Yeah, kill it, man.
Yeah, man.
It's making me
Do it.
sweat.
Are those eggs in there? Are those
Yeah,
potatoes?
they're hard-boiled eggs.
Yeah, eggs, man. I've been dipping the eggs in the juice.
Damn, juicy eggs. Oh yeah.
But yeah, dude. Beginning of 2020 for me, I was just releasing Big Baby Earnhardt.
Yeah.
So, dude, my mindset was
Full throttle.
full throttle. I'm about to drop this album. The beer is coming out because the beer came out the same day, Thursday night. So the album came out that night, I believe. So I was just geared up, ready to go for the year, man. And like, I think January was pretty good, and then I think, thank you, man. January was pretty good, and then I think the first thing that like really fucked with everybody is like fucked up everybody is Kobe, dude. Yeah, that was like late.
Yeah.
That was like late January, man. And I think after that, like 2020 is just, it was just like a domino effect, dude.
Yeah.
And I feel like it was the energy. It might have been just, you know, I believe in the law of attraction and just, you know,
We've been on a slippery slope ever since that.
energy and, you know, shit like that, dude. And, you know, if it,
You think it just brought the collective human will down when Kobe
think
died?
so, dude. And like, you know, the Corona shit came and then everything else. But I feel like, you know, we got to go through the bad to get to the good. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, so got to look at it as a, you know, glass halfway full instead of halfway empty. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people think, you know what I'm saying, like the year is just gonna end like shit. But I mean, we still got 6 months left, man. 6 months can change your life, man. Like who knows? I might be fucking out of here, fucking famous as fuck. You know what I'm saying? End of the year, like who knows, dude? Like,
What are you trying to do? What is do you have like a goal for 1 year, 5 years, 10 years? Like, what do you want to do with your life in the next 1 to 5 years?
I want to be entrepreneur, man. Like entrepreneur, definitely. Like music is always gonna be like forefront passion. Like I'm like an artist first, rapper first. You know what I'm saying? This got me. My talent rapping got me into, you know, what I'm doing now. So I'm gonna always be rapping, but I do want to eventually, like, you know, kind of branch off and just create content along the lines of, you know, just like food shit and like just, I don't know, like funny shit, man. Like same thing Andrew's doing, you know, not like interviewing or nothing like that, but just having like a platform where I can just do a bunch of like silly shit, you know what I'm saying, and just leave the music shit where that's at, you know what I mean?
The music is always there, and that was the launching pad for your true expressions.
Right, yeah, man, because like I don't want to be like in my 30s You know what I'm saying?
He's checking the AC because it's a million degrees in here.
Oh,
What's up? This is Big Baby Scumbag. That's Curtis.
Curtis, would you want some crab or a Bud Light?
Yeah, we got Bud Light and crab legs.
yeah, man. It's
You're welcome.
We got sausage, boiled peanuts, White Claw,
Corn.
corn.
Didn't hear cocaine, so I'm sorry.
Can't help you there.
Yeah, sorry.
We go to timeout and check for you though.
Pinellas Park's like 20 minutes away from here.
oh yeah, but god damn, these mussels are delicious. Bro.
Yeah, the mussels are fire.
Shouts out Crispy Crab.
Crispy Crab, always coming through. Crispy Crab with a K.
They big timed us on Instagram, didn't they?
No, they commented on us. They kind of big timed us. We like shouted them out and they like liked the comment.
If I did something,
They
this
didn't. They didn't
delicious, I'll
follow
big time
back
people.
though. It's kinda
They didn't
fucked
follow
up.
back.
Yeah.
Oh, the corn. Oh,
She wants some mussels.
dude. I'll go to Mr. and Mrs. Crab and get like a pound of crawfish and kill that shit.
And they just give it to you in like a grocery bag, right?
It's a big ass bag. Yeah, no,
Really?
it's a big ass grocery bag, and like they give you like a bucket with like gloves and shit. But I like to get my fingers.
You wanna-
dirty, man. Yeah, nah. Like,
Yeah.
Fuck the gloves, man.
Fuck a plate. Fuck the gloves.
I don't even, bro. Like I don't even use the bib because they give you like a bib.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Fuck that too, bro. Like I'm in there, bro. Fingernails dirty, all that.
You don't do it while you're playing video games though, right?
Hmm?
You do it while you're playing video games? You eat the fucking crawfish while you're playing like
Oh,
Skate 3?
I can't,
No.
bro. Like what was like the biggest pet peeve for me when I was a kid? Playing video games with my brother. My older brother, and like he would be so messy, like eating Hot Pockets, like fucking grabbing the controller. There's like Hot Pocket juice all on the fucking joystick and shit. Yeah, like I can't do it.
How do you eat a Hot Pocket and play video games?
I mean, that's not even that bad, a Hot Pocket.
Or like a
video game.
pizza roll, like the fucking, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
little-
your hands are still getting greasy as shit.
there's fucking pizza roll grease all on the controller and shit.
Chances are there's a Mountain Dew
This
in
kid,
arm's
this
reach.
kid that we know, he's a professional Fortnite player. He eats crab just like this from Crispy Crab while he's playing Fortnite. Like he plays on the computer, so he's got like the keyboard and the mouse, and he's got like the full on like garbage bag over his body with the holes in it for his arms.
That's badass.
Pretty sick.
Yo, I seen this picture of this kid. He's playing Fortnite, and like he has his feet, like his toes are like pointing up against the wall. Like his back is up against the wall like this. And like he's like, it's kind of like some airbender shit, bro. The way he's playing. What?
He's just levitating.
Yeah, no, like, bro, like my nephews are really good at that game too.
Are they?
They eat, sleep, breathe Fortnite, bro. Like they, bro,
Yeah.
they'll what?
You ever play?
Shit is crazy.
I'm alright.
Are you?
I'm alright. But it's like I gotta already like be playing for a little bit. Like I gotta warm up
for
to it.
sure.
Yeah, I gotta warm up to it. But my nephews, they'll be on that shit all day. Like literally, like when they come stay with me for a couple nights, bro, they'll be up until like 5 o'clock in the morning, just yelling on the microphone. I'm like, bro, like
It's so addicting, that
I'm
fucking
like,
game, man.
hey man, that game, man. Like I don't remember a game like that when we were younger. That
How
was-
about the Travis
Halo,
Scott concert?
Halo.
James Bond.
Oh, yeah.
64
yeah. Halo.
GoldenEye.
Halo was for sure, yeah.
I think Gears,
Yep.
Halo. Yeah, Gears and Halo was like the game of my generation, where like kids were just
Gears
going
1.
crazy. Yeah.
What about Quake?
Quake? That might have been early 2000s.
Yeah, that was
So
before
like
you.
not that was like my era was like 2006, 7, 8. Yeah.
And then Splinter Cell. I was really addicted to Splinter Cell.
Yeah, that game
too.
was sick.
Yeah, Splinter, Rainbow Six.
Yep. The Tom Clancy games.
Yeah, all that shit, bro. I got a PS1 and I have the original Rainbow Six. And like, bro, like I'm stuck on the first one. Like, I'm like, what the fuck do you do, bro? Like, so yeah, I gave up on that shit. But it's a pretty like, I love old school games, but a lot of old school games, they're very like boring, stale. I mean, like back then, I'm pretty sure it was like the coolest shit ever. But like, I'll play like, what game, for instance? Oh my god, I was playing NAA like 97 NAA basketball in 97
Oh my God.
or some shit. And I was like, yo, this is nothing like 2K.
No.
It's like, we're
the
far.
ball squeaks when it is like,
Yeah,
for
we're
the dribble noise.
We're far away from 2K right
Yeah.
now, dude.
Some of those old games are super hard, though. I still love playing all the old Mega Mans, and I have the Legacy Collection. I've gotten it for every system I've ever gotten, so I've gotten it for like PS2, PS3. I got it for Nintendo Switch, and I'm probably going to get it for PS4. But there's just something really comforting about visiting those old games that you grew up with that you could beat with your eyes closed.
Yeah,
That just
bro. Yeah.
are really nice
My
to play.
homie's really into Mega Man. He has one of those for the PS2, and like he can beat the shit. Like I said, like with his eyes closed.
Yeah, just run through it.
Like
That's
I'm
wild.
Like, yo, how are you doing this right now?
The music is super underrated on that stuff, too.
Yeah, man. Like a lot of what's cool is when I got into like I was into Zelda. Like I was into I was like a little bit into Legend of Zelda.
They're super into Zelda too.
Breath of the Wild. Did you play it for
Word.
Switch?
Oh no, I haven't. That's the only game I haven't played for the Switch,
Dude.
Surprisingly.
I've probably put in like 200 hours on that game. It's so good.
Have you beat it? Like, are you doing like?
Yeah, I beat it.
Okay.
But there's like, it's just like any game like that. There's so many different ways you can beat it. You can just like work through it, or you can just fuck off and do all the side quests and like cook food
all the side
for
missions
2
and
hours.
shit. Dude. Like, I was a fan of Legend of Zelda, or like I was playing it a little bit, and then what's cool is like when I started getting into music, and like hearing certain beats, and I'm like, oh shit, that's from that video game, or like my homies will get me into anime, like certain animes, and then I'll hear beats or shit and be like, yo, that's where that came from. Like,
Or like
I'll-
a keyboard
Yep.
sound.
yeah, like it'll be the most like minuscule thing, and I'm like, yo, that sounds really like I'll be watching anime with my girl, and like a certain like series of like sounds start playing. I'm like, oh
Yep.
shit,
That happened to me that happened to me last week. I mean, I'm so fucking out of like relevance as far as like hip hop right now, but it happened to me last week. I was listening to randomly in the background. I had this Aphex Twin album playing, and one of straight up, it was a Kanye instrumental from his latest album, or I think it was from the Pablo album, Life of Pablo, and it was the same instrumental. Like he literally just bought the track from Aphex Twin.
Yeah.
I forget what song it was, but I instantly knew. I'm like, this is the Kanye. This is the same fucking Kanye song.
He didn't even sample it. He just
No, he just
Yeah.
straight up copped it. He just said, "Let me cop that."
he probably added like one little thing to it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
All right, yeah, I'm done.
But I mean, it's like the perfect combination.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like
dude.
Aphex Twin beats or Aphex Twin, like his instrumentals, and if anything, it's like Clams Casino and Lil B,
Yeah.
like the perfect combo.
My God. What? When we talk about producer rapper duos, they're in like top 5, man.
One of the greatest of all time.
Top 5.
I'm God. Are you kidding me?
Okay. Top 5 producer rapper duos. Lil B and Clams. I'm gonna say RZA and Wu-Tang. Waka Flocka and Lex Luger.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Gucci Man and
Gucci Mane and Zay.
Yep.
Gucci Mane and Zay. And then last but not least, I'm gonna say
Metro Boomin and whoever he's working with.
I'm gonna say Metro Boomin and Young Thug. I remember. Well, no, I can't even say that because Thug got just as many shit with TM88, Southside,
That Without Warning album.
all those guys. So it's like it's a toss. But yeah, man. Shouts out Lil B. Shouts out Clams.
Base God.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, that stuff brings back memories. That's like a whole era of my life. That Lil B Clams Casino era.
They were just
Lil-
listening to, well, this isn't Clams, but Violate That Bitch right before you got here.
Oh yeah, we were jamming that right before
That's
you
probably
got
my
here.
favorite Lil B
Hey.
song.
Hey,
It just sounds like everything just sounds like it's maxing out.
bro.
Like
he had
vocals,
the-
bass, and everything all at the
he-
same time.
He had that tight ass purple V-neck.
It's-
long
The
sleeve.
V-neck.
Yeah.
Belly button shirt.
Yo,
What the fuck?
Lil B.
What's
is,
going on with Lil
Rapping
B?
next to a dumpster behind a bush.
Lil B is tight, man. Lil B is like, Lil B might be an alien, dude. I don't know, bro. Like,
Him and Elon Musk came from the same planet.
dude, Lil B is incredible. Like, he has time to do like he has time to like be on Twitter all day, Instagram all day, reply to all of his fans, retweet everything, like everything.
He replies to DMs.
Replies to everybody's DMs. Do all this shit. On top of that, drop like 100-song mixtapes. Every couple months, like, bro, like Lil B is to this day one of the hardest working, you know what I'm saying, artists out there. Definitely. Like,
he's definitely out there.
Like, dude, I remember. Okay, so when I was in like the 5th grade, that's when Vans came out with the pack, and I remember back then, dude, like no black kids were wearing Vans, man. So like they put that shit at the forefront, like, yo, like this is what we do, like we skate, we wear Vans, we gonna make this shit cool, this is what we do, you know what I'm saying? And I looked at it as like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying, like you can be yourself, like you can have your own taste, like you don't gotta rock fucking the Jordans and the Air Forces, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you get a lot of shit for it, you know. I got a lot of shit for it, skateboarding and growing up, but yeah, dude, like when Lil B started doing his solo thing, it was the same shit where it was like, you know, when he started the bass movement, and being bass is basically being whoever you are, just being you. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, just not really trying to impress anybody, or you know what I'm saying.
Did you see when he went on ESPN and he wore the dress with the earrings?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, nah, he was, bro, he was on Sports Center, ESPN. I think he was on, it
was the NBA Finals, and they had Lil B
CNN.
as a guest speaker on Sports Center, like in the middle of like the most watched, the part of the year when like May, June during the NBA Finals is like when ESPN gets its highest viewership of the year, and they pick like celebrities to come on there once a week to talk about sports and talk about their favorite. They had Lil B on there wearing a full purple blouse with long earrings and it was a sundress, and it was like a
fucking round ass hat,
like a round ass sombrero,
like a sun hat,
like a sun hat.
Yeah, gardening.
It was a sun hat.
It was something, bro. Yeah, nah.
He's on another.
Is that when he dropped the curse?
I think that's when the curse
was
came
that?
out. Yeah,
I think that was when he lifted the curse, because he dropped the curse on Kevin Durant before that, because Kevin Durant wouldn't play him in 1-on-1.
Yeah.
And Kevin Durant called him whack on Twitter.
Yeah.
And then
so he showed up in a dress.
When he finally showed up, that was when KD came to the Warriors.
Yeah.
So he's like, KD came to the Bay, I'm lifting the curse on KD.
Yeah.
And he won.
And he won twice.
Lil B made a mixtape called Hoop Life, and basically just the whole shit was based around Kevin. Like, he wasn't dissing Kevin Durant on the whole shit, but like he dedicated like,
fuck Kevin Durant.
Yeah, like bro, like that whole.
I remember that song. I remember you playing that like on the way to the East Coast.
We used to play that in the office. We're playing ping pong every day.
But the video, he's in a basketball court in the video, like hooping and shit. Like.
Yeah. Play me in a game in 1-on-1. It's really fun.
Yo, y'all seen the video of Lil B, and he's crying in the pet store? Like,
yes.
Yes. I love that video, bro.
That is the best.
That's my shit, dude. I be feeling like that in the pet store now. Now that I got a lizard, I be in there like,
crying.
In there like, damn, this shit is so beautiful.
Oh. Yeah, there's really something to be said about Lil B and like that whole attitude of just not taking yourself seriously at all, and just doing the most wacky out there shit and just putting it out there and seeing what happens.
Yeah.
Like Lil B, he did it in a way where it was like his whole everything. It seemed like he was talking about something that was just completely out there. Yeah. But then you could almost, like Gucci, before he went to prison, he almost did the same thing, where his lyrics were just so absurd, like higher than giraffe pussy.
Gucci was
saying shit like that. It's just like so ridiculous.
I got Gucci's autobiography. I don't know if autobiography is when they write it, right?
Yeah, I think auto is when you write it. Yeah.
Okay, so I got Gucci's. Well, no, I don't think but it's basically in first person. It's like him. You know what I'm saying, talking about shit. So anyway, yeah, like he talks about like all that shit like before he went to jail. Like he was just a lot of drugs, dude. You know what I'm saying? And like when he went to jail, he lost all that weight. He stopped drinking lean and shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, dude, it's like it you know, drugs definitely cloud your mind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he got his mind back once he stopped doing all
But
that
I mean,
stuff.
you can't deny the fact that that was some of his best work when he was fucked up.
I feel like it's the most influential. I would say influential.
Like with the stuffed nose.
But like the early on stuff.
The most influential for sure, because he got some shit now, and I'm like, damn, this shit is hard. Like,
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say classic.
It's not classic
Stuffed
Gucci though.
nose,
It was
Stuffed
yeah.
no, whatever. It's
Stuffy,
Yeah,
too much ecstasy.
Yeah.
pregnant belly Gucci.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Nah, pregnant belly, stuffy nose Gucci man. Yeah,
Congested.
classic man. And that's what a lot of my shit was influenced by. You know, early on, like Jelly was a beat by Pulla Boy Shawty, and that was the if you looked up Gucci Mane type beat in the dictionary, the Jelly beats right there. That's the very first. That's the definition right there, dude. So
How would
know
you
what I'm
describe a Gucci Man beat?
Man, very. It sounds like you're in like a church, like a hood church. It's like the Zaytoven keys playing. It's like the organ keys, you know. What I'm saying?
Gucci.
Yeah, yeah. I think of.
I feel like
Just large.
yeah, like shouts out Zaytoven, man.
He can play a piano.
Yeah.
Or that stupid beat.
Yep.
Sounds like a
See
cartoon.
my chain, stupid.
In my eyes, stupid. Yellow rain, stupid.
That's my favorite Gucci beat.
Yo, my favorite Gucci beat.
Either that or the original First Day Out, where he's in the music video for the original First Day
I'm
Out.
starting off my day with a blunt of prayer.
That shitty dark video where he's sitting in the RV in the empty Walgreens
Yeah, 'cause
or the
there's two
Walmart
of
parking
them.
lot.
Yeah, there's two of them.
Yeah.
Because there's one that he's in a tour van.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's all Gucci down and shit.
Yeah, in the
Yeah.
tour van.
I think Waka Flocka had the same video in that tour van because Waka Flocka got a video in a tour van. It's called Still Standing. It was like the intro to LeBron Flocka James. But yeah, man, I know that whole catalog front to back, man. Like all Gucci shit, all Waka shit. Played a big influence, dude.
You can hear it. I mean, a lot of rappers that come out with like the meme style, like that you know, immerse yourself in, like they don't have the like aggression and delivery that you have, and you can really hear that
dude.
that southern rap in you, where you're just like you're like in the mic, and it sounds like you're gonna like
It's
jump through the
beautiful.
headphones.
The camera's right there.
Mm-hmm.
Could you like zoom in on this crab leg?
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
zoom in on it. It's zoomed in. Hold it closer to the mic.
Wait, I'll tell you where you're at.
There you go, right there.
I was gonna catch up.
I want to pull
That's
out
a
good.
beautiful piece of meat right
That's
I
there.
want to pull out like a perfect one.
That's clean.
I haven't done it yet. I've been pulling out just like the little
Every
like a
crab leg, it's better.
Yeah, no, for sure. I want to put this on like a trophy stand. Like the
Hold it
longest-
up. We'll use it as your thumbnail.
Oh wait, I can
Do like a crazy face.
do a picture real quick of it.
Yeah.
No, very proud of it. But yeah, man, I feel like so Juvenile Hell was all produced by Lex Luger.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And that was just pretty the most surreal shit that could ever happen at that point in my career.
that
Like,
opening song is aggressive. Like Juvenile Hill actual song. That song is.
Yeah, bro. So, I told Lil B, I was like, "Yo, I really want you to be on this tape," but I knew that it might have not met the deadline for him to like get his verse in. So I was just like, "Yo, like instead, just like record like a voice memo and send it to me as like an intro or whatever, or like a skit." So he was like, "All right, bet." So yeah, put that on top of the song at the beginning, and it was a rap, dude. But yeah, man, working with Lex was the most surreal shit. Just from like listening to him back in the day to like making music with him, it was like, bro, like hard in the paint.
Yeah.
I feel like like the first few times I had texted Lex, I was like, yo, like,
Is this really you?
yeah. I was like, yo, I've been listening to you since the 9th grade, bro. Like, yo, this is so crazy.
Yeah, it's like a weird thing. You gotta like not mark out to them too hard, and you gotta kind of be cool at the same time. You kind of like, you gotta find the balance so they don't be like fucking nerd.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember to be yourself.
Yeah.
And remember that they're people too.
It's a lot of dudes now, and I'm just like, I be texting them, and I'm just like, yo, just be cool, bro.
Yeah.
Just be cool.
It's chill. It's fine.
Bro, like, I'll be texting Lil B, like, his own lyrics. Like, I'll be like, Young Bass guy came straight for the bitch. Like, I'll text him out of nowhere, bro. Like, that's some dumbass.
What does he say to you when you text him that?
Left on red.
He's always
Left
like,
on red.
he's always like, love, fam. Like,
Love, man.
love, fam. I appreciate it. Yeah, man. Most down to earth dude ever.
I talked to him on the phone once,
Yeah.
and he was gonna come do that. We were gonna do he was gonna do an episode of the podcast,
Word.
but I was gonna go up to him. And
Oh,
this was like
in
2 years
Berkeley.
ago.
You saw him speak at a college.
Oh yeah, we did.
Oh,
He
shit.
spoke at
He gave a symposium.
he did one of those lectures at UF in Gainesville. This was like 5 years ago, maybe 6 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. He was on the road with those college lectures.
Yeah, he was.
Man,
It was unreal how many people packed that little auditorium to listen to him talk.
Yeah, man.
It was crazy.
Like, what's so sick is like,
He's a big influence on people.
What
Like
did he
it's,
talk about at that thing?
I don't know. He just talked about his like creative process, how he comes up with stuff, how like he motivates himself to create music from when he was younger to where he is now, and like where he is in his life now. Like he talked about like his big life events, like his house burning down, that kind of stuff. I don't know. It was a long time ago, but it was really cool. He spent like the whole lecture was maybe an hour, and he spent at least another hour just taking pictures and talking to people afterward.
yeah, hell yeah, bro.
Yeah, it was
He's
awesome.
The people's champ, man.
He really is. And the line at that thing, it started at like 8:00 at night, and the line at UF and to go to that little auditorium like went out of the whole camp. It was the first time I've been into a real college. Came out the whole campus outside and wrapped around half the building.
Wow, that's fire, yo.
Yeah, we stole two of our friends' IDs to go get in there.
Yo,
UF Gainesville. Shout out to them.
yo, my homie had let me borrow Lil B's book, his book that he wrote at 19. Like, I remember listening to Lil B back in the day, and Lil B would be like, yeah, like, I'm the first rapper to ever write a book at the age of 19, blah, blah, blah.
You
And
do
I'm
a good
like,
impersonation of him.
Yeah, you
For real?
Yeah, it's
really
really
do.
good.
This is my voice for everybody. Like,
It actually sounds like Lil B. It's like real like genuine and like I care and a little soft.
that's my voice for everybody. No matter male, female, whatever. But yeah, like he would be like, yeah, first rapper to write a book at 19. I was like, damn, like how do I get this book? And like the book is so rare. It's called Taking Over.
Super rare.
It's called
Ultra rare.
yeah, no, it's called Taking Over. And I remember a good friend of mine's, Nedar, from he produced a lot of stuff for P. He's part of GBC. I was in LA. It was like 2 years ago, and he was like, "Yo, I have that book," because like he's a really big Lil B fan too. So I was like, "Yo, like, could I please borrow this?" And he was like, "Yeah, bro." Like, no problem. So yeah, dude, I'm reading the book, and a lot of stuff in the book, like it's so like authentic, dude. Like there's typos in the book. There's hella typos and shit, as if like he just wrote all of this shit in his iTunes notes.
Yeah.
And just like sent
It's
it
just
up.
like a stream of conscious. Just like
Yeah,
going.
like there's so many like misspelled words and shit.
Where did he get the book?
I'm not sure. Like I don't know where they were selling this book when it came out, but it's super rare now. Like
Yeah.
you can't find that shit anywhere, dude. But yeah, nah, it's so authentic, and it basically he's telling people like how he started out and like, you know, the base lifestyle and what that is,
Yeah.
and like he talks about meeting Too Short and getting signed to a label for the first time and all that shit. But yeah, man, it's very inspiring. Very inspiring.
Love.
Shouts out Lil B.
Shouts out Bass God.
What was it like having somebody like that to look up to? Because I mean, you even said something about like even wearing Vans was enough to get made fun of.
Yeah.
So like
dude.
to have somebody who comes out like Lil B say like, no, it's okay for you to be who you want to be.
Yeah.
In this industry, what was that like?
It was a few people that was on that shit too. Like there was like Pharrell and like NERD, you know what I'm saying? And you know, that whole shit. And there was like dude like Kanye. Like Kanye was so left the oddball, you know what I'm saying? Like wearing polos and Louis Vuitton backpacks. So,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All that shit. Nobody was doing
Dave
shit.
Chappelle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what I was thinking of too. That was my first introduction to Kanye.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's a handful of people that was doing that. So it fueled the fire, you know what I'm saying? It was like, all right, like
It's okay.
yeah, like you don't have to be some tough guy all the time.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Or act like you have all this money.
yeah. Yeah, no, cuz a lot of these rappers are out
Act
here,
like you're already driving a Bentley.
a lot of these rappers are trying to sell a dream, man, and it's so like, you know, it's corny, bro. It's all smoke and mirrors, dude.
Yeah, it really is. That's the one thing that I wish would change. I don't know. It's just the one thing that I never found like cool about the culture of the like hip hop videos.
Yeah.
Or I mean, it's not just the videos. I mean, it's obviously everything about it. But I think it's changing. But it's always been like show that you have so much more than what you really have, and it's always been about just like making the money or having the cars and having the chains, having the ice, all that.
I feel like
That's like the meat of the content for a lot of people.
I feel like that started when cuz in the 90s it wasn't really like that. Like in the 90s it was like early 90s.
Killing.
Early 90s was, you know, I sold drugs, like
Yeah.
I'm selling all these drugs, blah blah blah, you know what I'm saying? It was about that. It wasn't really about like how many hoes you had or what car you was driving. Or,
Yeah.
It was about how hardcore, like. Or,
But there's
you know,
also, I mean, on the other side of it, there's also like the fake it till you make it thing. You know, if that's what you really want and you want to put that out there,
yeah.
then that could end up being what you want. For example, when I helped Rod Wave shoot one of his first videos, we let him borrow Mark's Bentley because he needed a car for it. So he had Mark had a Range Rover and a Bentley, and we let him drive the Bentley down the street, walk into this store in downtown St. Pete, and he literally let him drive the Bentley with these girls in it or whatever. And Rod Wave couldn't afford a Bentley. I don't even think he had a car when we shot that video. And now I guarantee you he could buy a fleet of Bentleys.
No, for sure. Manifestation.
Yeah, manifestation
That's how
for
I've
sure.
always looked at it. It's like I think it's more like aspirational and like that whole secret thing where you're just like you will it into existence, so you just keep repeating it, and repeating it,
Yeah, for
and
sure.
repeating it, and then
Always
you
have
just
it in your
convince
head.
yourself that it's going to happen.
Always have it in your head. Wake up thinking about it. Go to sleep thinking about it.
Yeah, it's definitely
It's that goal.
It's a motivation thing. Yeah, it's a goal motivation. People they want to see that. They associate that with moving ahead and getting out of where they are and moving to like the next level.
Everyone's got a mantra, whether it's like negative, whether you think like I can't do this isn't working, or whether your mantra is I got a Bentley, $1 million, and 10 bitches. Whatever you think you're gonna do and get, you're gonna get eventually.
Yeah, fuck that. If you think that's shallow and lame, then whatever.
Don't judge people. If
Yeah,
that's what
don't
you
judge
want,
it.
go
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah, dude. Man.
Just
Fuck.
live your truth and be positive and don't mess with other people.
Dude, like, there's this rapper named Viper. I don't know if y'all know who Viper is.
No, I don't think I know.
Never heard of him.
But it's like, he's probably like this 40-some-year-old rapper. But like,
47?
40-some.
40-something.
I don't even know.
In his
but
40s.
At one point, he had in his bio the first trillionaire rapper.
Hell yeah. See, that's
That is
I
legit.
was like,
is it this guy with the
Viper?
shoe on it?
yes, that's Viper.
Oh my God, Viper! Where does he live?
Whoa, look at this
I
flyer.
don't even. Hey, my homie Dean, shouts out to Dean. He showed me this dude.
The first trillionaire rapper.
Look at that album.
He had on the bio the first trillionaire
Yo,
rapper.
who is that group? don't even want to think. I don't want to even try to go down this rabbit hole right now.
No, let's do it. We're already here.
I can't even think of the name of them. They're not this. They're. I want to say they do a lot of shows with the Suicide Boys. They're called. It's like 3 dudes, and they go on stage and they scream and they make weird sounds. The lead dude's got like this big afro, and he's like fucking belches into the microphone and screams. What the fuck is that band called? It's the something.
That's narrowing it down.
Google the. Maybe we'll find it.
Bands that start with the. All right, that's narrowing.
See,
it down.
that's why I didn't want to bring this up because I knew we would never find it.
We'll work through it.
And they play with Suicide Boys?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm not thinking. Nothing's coming to me.
Yeah.
Shouts out Suicide Boys. I seen them.
Hell yeah.
I seen them perform for the first time last August. Me and Pablo was out in LA. We was out there for like a week, and the PR that we was working with, they also do work for Suicide Boys.
Mm-hmm.
So they was like, yeah, like we can get you on the Suicide Boys show if you want, because they're here for the weekend. And actually, they was performing at the same venue twice. So
sick.
One, they performed Friday night and Saturday night at the same venue just because the first night they fucking sold out. You know what I'm saying?
So
So
fuck it, let's hang out another day.
they ran the same fucking show back the next day. So I was like, oh shit, hell yeah, like I'm down. Cause like I'd already knew Scrim and Ruby.
Yeah.
They had hit me up a few months ago, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, oh shit, okay, word. Be able to meet them. Yo, this show was nuts, bro. Like, so we're like on the balcony looking down at the show. And when they, like, anytime they said open up the pit, there wasn't just one mosh pit. It was literally like 7-8 different circles.
Wow.
Within one big one. Because there's one just huge one, and then there's other like multiple pits like spread it out. And, like,
You ever seen anything like that?
I've seen stuff like that. Yeah, it's amazing to see.
Yeah.
It's hypnoptizing.
Yeah, we're at the top balcony just looking at everything like, yo, this is cool.
That's
It's
wild.
power.
Yeah.
In LA, were you at the Wiltern?
Yo, what venue was that? I don't even know, dude.
The only one I can think of in LA that has a double story like that is the Wiltern.
Never seen nothing like that in LA.
It was big as hell too. Ran into Kenny Beats there for the first time. Shouts out Kenny Beats.
Oh, Kenny B.
Huh?
Oh shit.
You saw what?
The key, the Airbnb key, I left it in the Uber.
Oh my god.
Fuck. What was that?
Sounds like a
Yo.
nightmare.
Yeah, that does sound like a nightmare.
Yo,
Damn.
so like even getting into that show was like so stressful because like when we had went there, Pablo had brought his camera and he had asked me, he was like, yo, is it cool if I bring my camera? And I was like, yeah, nah, bro, it's fine. Like, just bring your camera. So we fucking get there and we talk to the people at Will Call. We're like, yeah, like we're on the list, whatever. And they're like, okay, you're on the list, but you can't bring the camera in. So like we're just stuck with this camera, and now we gotta wait for the people at our PR to get there, and they had to talk to a bunch of people, and
Damn.
it was a lot for a camera, but I get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Because we did get in there for free, and we got the best seats in the house.
And you filmed it.
And you filmed it.
Right.
Or took
Did you?
pictures.
It wasn't really something to like film because we were so far away. Like we were like in the top, and it was just like it was just chaotic.
Yeah.
Like, it was dark.
Yeah, no, that shit was lit.
How often do you guys shoot videos?
Pretty often. Even if we
For like how many songs that you do you make a video for?
I think 1 year we shot one every month.
Yeah. Like in a lot of shit that there's a lot of videos that are in the vault that like have never been released. So, and a lot of videos that are unfinished. So there's a lot of concepts that we start working on, probably don't finish. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And a lot of shit that like that we did a couple years ago, and we look back on now, and we're just like, oh, we don't really want to drop that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
we'll
feel
just-
different about it now.
yeah. We'll just let it, eventually.
We got a Publix video.
Yeah. We got a video.
Was that the Pub Sub song?
Jesus. Yeah, man.
Baby got drunk as hell. Like, you supposed to be-
Yeah, nah, I was drunk as hell in Publix.
I mean, haven't we all been? You're not a real Floridian unless you've been drunk as hell in public.
Were you wait? Were you grazing?
What's that? I was.
Grazing is when you get fucked up in Publix. When you got to crack a 4-pack of some sort of beer, and then you go up and down the aisles while you're shopping. You eat the food,
And then you just leave the cart.
So you're
And then you
drinking
just-
the 4-pack in the Publix.
you're drinking the
Yeah.
4-pack. You keep that right in the front of the cart. Drink your beer, and then you go up and down the aisles. And while you're getting shopping, you just eat food while you're shopping,
Crazy.
and then you leave and you just leave everything behind.
Word.
You don't pay for anything.
Nah, I was already fucked up before I got there. This was set in stone, and like I think we went back there twice just to reshoot
The
it.
funniest thing is boy worked there, and he was trying to figure out like yo, I work here, so like they'll be cool with it, and then we're like over here. What was his name?
Chan.
Yeah, because they usually come down on you when you try to film in there.
Yeah.
He was like watching us from a distance, but he wasn't really around us.
Yeah. What's funny is I had I got this little Bill doll, and like Chan had got a name tag for the little Bill doll. So yeah, man.
That's the cover.
My little Bill is officially a Publix employee. I don't even think I got the name tag anymore, dude. But yeah, shouts out Chan, man.
What is it? Show me. The Pub Sub.
What's this?
Oh, okay. Little Bill, yeah. That's fucked up. Well, goddamn, we just did 2 hours, Big Baby Scumbag.
Really? It fucking flew
Just 2
by,
hours?
man.
Yeah. We just went through it.
Exactly 2 hours. How many minutes?
That was about 2 hours exactly, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
Oh, I got one last question. What is it actually like touring for you? Because I have my tour experience, and I just want to know what like your tour experience is like. Because I'm like coming at it from like I bought a van off of Craigslist, and then we would play shows and usually sleep wherever we played, like on the floor or in somebody's kitchen or like, in a basement with no air conditioning. All our money was spent on just like drugs and cheap beer and gas. So like I want to know like
Rockstar life.
as like a rock star for sure. Crack rock maybe. So like I want to know like what the experience is as like a DIY hip hop artist.
It's pretty chill, man. Like, okay, like for me personally, it's like I don't smoke, but all of my homies smoke. Like, well, Pablo doesn't smoke either. Like, occasionally, well, at the time of, at the time that we was on tour, Pablo wasn't smoking. So it was 2 people that didn't smoke on the bus. Everybody else fucking.
You had a bus?
Yeah, we had like a van, like a fucking Sprinter.
Okay.
Mercedes Sprinter at that. Mercedes.
Damn.
Nah,
Yeah, you talk about rock star.
God damn, Mercedes Sprinter.
Yeah.
That shit was a Ford.
It wasn't a Mercedes.
It was a Honda Civic.
Hey, it was,
Old Gatorade bottles in the back.
It was something, bro. It was something.
Halfway through the tour, it's funny because with the windows.
Bruh. All right. So our DJ, right? So this might have been right after a show, bro. I don't know why Chuck was even driving. So our DJ was driving, right? And we get to Seattle, and we're at our Airbnb. Our DJ is backing up, and he fucking.
He doesn't use the backup camera.
Yeah, there's a backup camera on the.
Okay.
There's clearly a backup camera.
That must have been a Sprinter.
He wasn't using the
Yeah.
shit.
He was looking back, but you can't see them.
Yeah,
So,
So,
like,
bro, he busted one of the windows. So there's two back windows for each door.
shit.
There's a window for this door and then a window for the other door. And he busts one of the fucking windows in the back, dude. And like, I remember the van being with a broken window for like the whole tour. Cause
yeah, it was about
bruh,
trash bag on it.
Seattle was like the 3rd or 4th stop, bro. That was like a 20-city tour.
And then it was like the coldest city. That
Oh yeah, Seattle.
Yeah, nah.
Damn.
So we had a fucking trash bag, fucking taped on, and like all you would hear when we was on the highway was. Yo, but nah, tour was cool, man. Like, really, like that was my first. My tour with Oliver Francis, 2018. That was my first like nationwide tour because I had always been on I'd always been on tours like throughout Florida, like 3, 4, 5 dates at a time, but nothing like 20 city tour. You know what I'm saying?
We're
And,
like out.
3 international dates. So for me, it was just like I rode with the punches, man. Like I didn't care about shit. Like,
Yeah.
because really it wasn't that bad. It was some days that we did sleep in the van, but it was just like that whole experience for me. It was just like, whatever, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because you're not just going through it alone, man. Like a lot of the homies that were on the bus experiencing the same shit. So, you know what I'm saying? Not only that, but it was like we were all just excited to have the opportunity to be on tour. Like,
you're there.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we're here. Like, you know.
It's something that you've thought about for so long. It's like, I just want to go on tour. Like, what is that like? What is that like? And then you're there.
Yeah, dude.
And then you're living in it.
Yeah, man. Like shaking hands and shit with like all of your fans and just the interacting is like, whoa. Like every show, like I would look into the crowd and there would be that one moment, like time would just like freeze, and in my head I would be like, yo, this shit is fucking crazy. I would be like, yo, like I would be like my body would be there and I would be performing, going along with the words and shit, but my head was like, yo, like what the fuck is going on? Right? I'm rapping, like I'm doing all of this, like
You got to remind yourself sometimes.
yeah, hell
Just like
yeah,
stop
bro.
thinking about it.
It's a lot of a lot of shit happen. Like it'll be a lot of shit, and like it'll like snap in my head. Like whoa, like this is real. You know what I'm saying? I can't think of nothing off the top of my head, but yeah, dude. Like being on tour was a great experience, and actually, what's so crazy is me and Oliver were supposed to be back on the road, but this quarantine thing had happened, so. That's postponed, but yeah, man, it's coming real soon.
Yeah, things will pick back up for you.
Yeah, hell yeah, man.
Well, let's fucking when this shit in the world starts getting back together, let's make something. Let's make a collab and make some sort of video, whether it be like we were talking about like a little mini documentary, or let's link up with me and Pablo and Luke. We'll try to collab on some sort of cool shit together. That'd be fun.
If it's just some dumb graphics or memes.
Yeah, dude. Like we can. Oh man, we could like document the next project, because I just now throughout quarantine I just finished up this new project. So yeah, man, let's document the next one. You know, everything, dude. I wanna get some shots at the brewery.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I did want to ask you, all of your stuff. You have you released? I mean, I don't think you have released like a full length like single project album, have you?
Yeah. So Juvenile Hell, that was more of like a mixtape, just a collab with Lex Luger.
Right.
Big Baby Earnhardt was a full length album. It was 9 tracks. That had Toy Story. I had Nicole Richie with Lil B.
Yeah.
I had what else? Dale Earnhardt remix with Lil Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it had a few.
But when you came up with that project, though, did you have like, was it preconceived to be like that? Like, did you have in mind exactly what you wanted to do? Like, or was it just kind of like spur of the moment? You just you had a bunch of ideas, and you just wanted to get them out and then just package them up into one project.
Honestly, okay, so Juvenile Hell, I feel like that only showcased just a little bit of what I could do, because
obviously shit evolves, right? I mean, obviously you have an idea and then it evolves into something, or like one project could just be like a certain part of your life, like the way you're feeling, in that year or whatever.
Yeah. Juvenile Hell was it goes back to like the old Waka shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it was very influenced by all of that. So you know what I'm saying? Like that whole project was produced by Lex, you know, so it was cohesively all the same sound. So I didn't really showcase any other attributes that I had as an artist. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't really show through Juvenile Hell. So with Big Baby Earnhardt, it was like, all right, this is a fucking open play field. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is all types of different producers. You know what I'm saying? I can work with whatever. And Big Baby Earnhardt came from the Dale Earnhardt, you know what I'm saying? The Dale Earnhardt single. So it was kind of like a prelude or a sequel to that single. That's why the remix is on there with Lil Aaron. Yeah, man. So I just felt like I had to, just bring shit back to that, and what I'm saying, give fans a full length project.
Do you like doing full length projects versus just doing like spur of the moment singles?
It depends. It depends, cause like, when I first started, it was just single,
Yeah.
single, and then like,
Which has got to be fun to do it that way.
yeah, hell yeah, and then like, growing as an artist, it kind of
It's more thought, more work to do a full length.
yeah, and like, cause I was doing that for like 2.5 years straight, just single after single, and I feel like I was doing that because I didn't know how to make a project. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't know how to make some like cohesive shit all the way through. I was just so used to, okay, single, boom, let's get it done. You know what I'm saying? So that was just my anxiety as an artist. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way I was doing it. Now I'm juggling both of them, and I'm getting better at making full-length projects and having it from the start to finish. Like, Paulo was just over at my crib the other day, and like I was like, yo, I'm going to play every single song front to back in the order that I think it should sound. So let me know what you think. And yeah, man, just us two bouncing ideas off of each other and shit. And yeah, man. So yeah, I feel like the right balance of singles and projects should be done. Like, I really like making projects now.
Yeah.
Just because like I got a lot of shit that's, I wouldn't say it's not single material, but it's like, for an example, there's this song on Big Baby Earnhardt, and it's called "Niggas in Sweden," and it's an interlude.
Love that. I love that shit.
So it's a whole loop. It's a whole loop
Yeah.
of a sample. My homie Katie Cutthroat had sampled it, and I couldn't have released that as a single. You know what I'm saying? Like, it had to have been in a project.
It fits in the project.
Right.
It flows with it. Yeah.
Right. I got a lot of ideas and shit that are like that, and it's like, I want to put that type of shit out because that's just some extra.
So do you think you could evolve Big Baby Scumbag's character and brand as you create new albums? Like, as you create new albums, you think Big Baby Earnhardt could completely turn into somebody else?
Definitely. Because I work with so many different producers.
Yeah.
Like, I got a lot of homies that are at Mad Decent. Low key, I've been working with a lot of people from Mad Decent.
Pizza Slime?
Not Pizza Slime. I'm gonna say Ricky Remedy, Arye Lion, Diplo, of course, Valentino Khan. Those guys over there, they got some fire shit.
Yeah.
Man. And I haven't posted no snippets. I'm very like you get it when you get it. Like,
yeah, it's ready when it's ready.
Like, so yeah, man, it can easily evolve into something else, man. I feel like I'm that. I always say this. I feel like that one Pokemon, the purple one that like can fucking transform into Ditto. He fucking like transforms into whatever, dude. Like Toy Story, bro. Like I said, like that. Like when I made Toy Story, it was like me mocking a country song.
Yeah. Like, let me see what's up in this space.
Like, if I made a country song, this is what it would sound like. You know what I'm saying? It was more like that. So now I'm taking this shit seriously. Like, okay, let me try to make different genres of songs. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Sometimes you got to chase those thoughts when you have them as a creative. Otherwise, you just keep telling yourself no. And if you keep telling yourself no over and over again, then you're never going to get anything new out.
Yeah. Yeah, because the rapping shit, like, you gotta do other shit and then come back to the rapping stuff because, man, like, I've been stuck in writer's block so many times, like, just from rapping.
Yeah.
And then, like, I try something else and it's just like, it clicks, man. It's like, damn, like, the fuck? So I think with rapping, it's a lot about trying too hard. Like if you're trying too hard with the rapping shit, then it's not gonna come out. You know what I'm saying? Because with
what do you mean when you say trying too hard? What do you mean by that?
Just what rhymes with like what word rhymes with this, you know what I'm saying? Or what word rhymes with, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, shit like that. Because with pop music or with country music or whatever, it's not really about what word rhymes with what. You know what I'm saying? With those genres, it's more about just the vibe of that shit. Like, rap is the only genre where people are worried about the shit actually rhyming. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by just trying too hard with the rap. You know, when I focused on doing other shit, it was like, oh man, like I don't gotta worry about fucking B rhyming with.
It just comes to you.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like it's more so about the shit rhyming, but the shit just making sense all together.
And you can make any word rhyme with any word. I mean, on the new Gunna album, Lil Baby rhymes like Buick with like he says Buick to make it rhyme with something.
I've definitely
Gucci always does that too.
Yeah, it was like you can bend words to fit what you want, and you can bend them to fit whatever verse or rhyming scheme you want.
And that makes it more memorable when you do that too.
Yeah, like
you
that's
always
not
think
a word.
about that. Yeah,
but it's like what advertising does when it makes up words for new like family plan for like a phone thing. It's like you can make up anything. Words didn't exist at one point and somebody had to make it eventually, so why not keep making up words? Who's to say that you can't just invent your language as you go?
Toyota-thon.
Exactly. What the fuck? But you remember it, and it's so stupid it sticks with you.
Yeah, that's the most important thing. You do remember it.
And whenever I see a Buick now, all I think of is Lil Baby saying Buick.
Hey, yo, T-Pain had the most memorable one, Wisconsin, man. Wisconsin, bro.
Language is fluid.
Exactly, bro. Yeah. Wisconsin, dude. And he was making hats with Wisconsin on it.
Like big T-Pain top hats with a Wisconsin on it?
It was like dad hats.
That was regular hat?
Oh,
okay. Like dad hats and t-shirts with Wisconsin, like fucking hoodies and shit. Yeah, man. We've been doing that, dude. There's a lot of words that I done tweaked the fuck out of just to like rhyme with it, or like I'll say it some type of funny way, or like fuck it.
Any come to mind?
Oh, you know what? No, honestly. But on Black Joe Dirt, there's this lyric specifically, and I say, flex so hard, I ain't even got a rhyme. And it was literally because, I forgot, where's that bitch? Rockstar lifestyle, feeling like Fred Durst. I don't know what lines comes before that, but I was like, dude, like, I get
fuck it.
Flex so hard, I don't even got a rhyme.
Yeah.
But it's like a self-awareness of it not rhyming, which is what makes it good.
Right.
Yeah. What makes it land.
That's one of the best lines in it. So
that shit hits hard.
It worked.
Fuck yeah. Well, thanks for doing this, bro.
Appreciate it.
I really appreciate it.
Out.
It was great meeting you, man.
Hell yeah, dude. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
I love this setup, dude.